Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to reveal for you guys my top 5 best and worst movies of 2017. It was a really hard list, but at the end of the day, this is just my personal opinion. If you guys do not, believe that my opinion is okay, do not even hesitate to comment down below, because as I'm telling you guys, it's just my opinion. It's not that, there's a lot of people that like this and that and all the other, it's just really difficult for people to like the same thing. So please don't hate on my list, because it's just a personal list. So that would be so grateful for me, and for me not to, see very angry comments about people telling me why don't you didn't like this movie, why did you like this movie. It's just my personal opinion, so please try to respect that. And I'm gonna start with the worst movies of 2017. This is not in a particular order, it's just an order that I decided to tell you guys about it. So yeah, so we're gonna start with one of the movies that I didn't even, do a review about it, because it was just so boring, and so long and so slow. And to be honest, I was really excited because one of my favorite actors is in this movie, but it was just really sad for me to say this, but it was so slow. And I was just with my boyfriend telling him, like, seriously, like, when are we gonna go out from this movie? Like, that level. Like, I was just so angry and so stressed out and so annoyed by the movie. So I'm not even gonna watch it again, because it's just a waste of time, and I hated how they sexualized women there. So yeah, so basically the first one that I'm talking about is Blade Runner 2049. And it's really sad, because as I said, one of my favorite actors is here, and that is Jared Leto. I'm not a really good big fan of Ryan Gosling. For me, he's not a really handsome guy. For me, he's just like a neutral guy. We see Harrison Ford here, which he's a huge deal. But we, my boyfriend and I, we didn't like the movie at all. We thought it was really not a good movie at all. It had really cool, concepts, and I could say probably, special effects, but it was, it doesn't matter if you have great special effects if the story is just horrible. So for me, it was horrible. So the other movie that, it's hard for me to say this, but at the end of the day, I didn't like this movie as much as I would have liked to, and that's Justice League. Justice League, I was expecting so much more. I liked the movie, yes, but it was not on my top 5 at all in this year, and not even in my top 10. I didn't enjoy it as much as I liked to. Sadly enough, I was expecting so much more, and DC is losing me. I do not have faith on DC like at all. I'm gonna watch their movies, of course, but right now it's just I'm ashamed of using my Batman t-shirt, just because I know that many people hate DC right now, and it's just like, I don't know what they're planning on doing, but they need to reschedule, or they need to stop thinking about themselves and thinking about the fans. Like, it's just really sad. And if you're asking me, like, what didn't you like it? Like, I did like it, but it was not the best movie of the year. Like, I do believe it's one of the worst, and I do not think that I'm wrong, because I do believe that a lot of people said, like, well, it's an okay movie, it's not my 100% like wow. So yeah, that's one of my worst movies, sadly enough. Hopefully DC knows how to gather their fans again, because it's sad. It's really sad. So hopefully next year we will see more of DC and more things that we are gonna like. because they need to stop thinking about you know, catching up with Marvel, because Marvel has a great story and a great already developed story since back in the day. So they need to reschedule, you know, and see everything again and see what they want to do, because I do believe that they're lost, and that's just sad, you know. So my other movie, I recently watched this, and that's The Greatest Showman. I didn't like this movie. I know the history of P.T. Barnum, and you know, they missed so much of his history. It's just sad. It's just pretty sad. They didn't even mention that right now there is a Barnum and Bailey's, you know, circus, like still on the run, and it's just like how can you miss that? Like, it's just and they didn't even mention like his most famous creation. Like, it's just a really hard movie to watch, because if you don't like musicals, you're not gonna like this movie. If the, you know, the story doesn't help at all, the acting is okay but it's not the best, like, it's just really sad for me. So yeah, I didn't like it. So I don't know what you guys think about it, but you know, it's just a movie that I do not recommend you guys to watch it on the you know, on the movies. And either way, the other movie, which I know you guys having, you know, commenting me about, you know, how can you hate this movie? Like, it was just an amazing Marvel movie, and I'm just like, I didn't like it. Like, it was just okay. Like, and the reason for this is because the story was not really well developed. I do believe that there's a lot more to know about the sister of Thor, and yeah, it's Thor Ragnarok. And because we just saw a mural in the ceiling. That's the story, and I'm just like, no, like, you need to explain everything. You need to explain what happened, why, how, like, you know, the jokes that they were using, there were no jokes. Like, they tried to do like a Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm just like, yeah, it's part of Marvel, but it's not Marvel. Like, it's, well, not Marvel, you know, it's not the same. Like, the story Guardians of the Galaxy, it's apart from, you know, what the actual Thor Ragnarok is. So stop doing that. And you know, I didn't like the characters a lot. I do not, you know, Thor is not one of my favorite characters, so I mean, sorry, but no. Even though I love Chris Hemsworth, he's really handsome, but you know, Thor is not one of my favorites, and Hulk is not one of my favorites either, so it was just like boring for me. So yeah. And the last and the worst movie of the year, in my opinion, was The Mummy. The Mummy was just a waste of my time. Like, I don't know why I watched it on the movie theaters. I don't know why I went there, and I went with a friend, and she was just like really angry because we were just like, how in the earth we came here to watch Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise? Like, it's not a movie of Tom Cruise. It was just like Tom Cruise plus The Mummy. Like, and you're just like, don't you want to do like a universe, Universal doesn't want to make a universe of, you know, creatures that are really, you know, different, and this is not that type of, this one was like a Mission Impossible plus Mummy. Like, it was just like so sad for me, and I'm really angry about it because I'm a huge horror film, you know, junkie. I love it. I think that the horror genre is an amazing one, and they need to know what they're gonna do with the next ones. I know they have a ton of things they want to do with, you know, Johnny Depp and Javier Bardem and everybody. So either Universal step up your game, or you're gonna lose fans, because The Mummy was just horrible. Like, horrible, you know. The acting was just horrible. I do not recommend it at all, you know. So don't watch it, guys. It's not even worth of your time. And well, basically that's the story. Like, I can't say enough. Like, I'm just really angry. So either way, I'm gonna go into my best movies of the year. Yeah, like, it's just, I'm excited. So yeah, so I'm gonna start with one movie that I watched with, you know, in the dark, and it was scary, you know, and that's Get Out. And Get Out, I watched it not, you know, in the movie theater. I watched it on a house, which was really interesting because my boyfriend and I were just watching it, and I was just like so compelled, and you know, I was just like looking into the story and thinking like, wow, it's just a great story. Like, it's just, it blows your mind away. It's just a story that I have never ever in a million years thought about, and the director knew how to do it, knew how to, you know, compel us and, you know, give us at the end how you know, a great scene. And that's the reason of scary movies, you guys, you know, having these really cool scenes at the end that just don't know what is gonna happen next. So it was a really cool movie, and I do recommend it 100%. So go and watch it, guys. If you want to watch a horror movie, go watch that one. The other movie that I cried, and if you haven't, you know, had the chance to watch my review, you're gonna find it over here, and that's Wonder Woman. I'm a huge fan of Gal Gadot, you know, and she portrays Wonder Woman perfectly. And when I watched this movie, I was not expecting a lot. I was just like, well, this is gonna be a Warner Brothers movie. It's gonna be, I don't know what it's gonna be like. After Suicide Squad, I don't have a lot of expectations. And you know, Batman v Superman was horrible, but the entrance of Wonder Woman was great. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. And yes, you know, Patty Jenkins was an amazing director, and I can thank her enough for this. Like, she did an amazing job in Wonder Woman. She portrayed the characters, well, Gal Gadot portrayed, you know, Wonder Woman perfectly, but you know, Patty Jenkins helped Gal Gadot portray what we wanted to see. And you know, it's just so much fun to watch. I really do recommend it. I just want to point out that the villain, I didn't like it, but you know, that's like whatever, because the story itself is just so great. I love the woman empowerment. I love how, you know, Diana is. I love her, you know, her caring and powerful self. I love how she is, and I love the special effects that they used. You know, the slow motions and everything was just so great, and I do recommend it. So go and check it out, you guys. I literally cried on the scene of the war, which if you haven't watched it, you're not gonna understand it, but you need to watch it. So yeah. One other movie that I loved and really liked, and it's one of my favorite superheroes, that's Spider-Man Homecoming. And you know, Tom Holland did an amazing job as Spider-Man, and I really love having my two favorite superheroes from Marvel together in the same film, which is Iron Man and Spider-Man, and Spider-Man. And it was just really cool how just, you know, at the end, how they give him, you know, this, you know, suit, and he didn't even want it. And you know, it just, there's a lot of story, and I love Michael Keaton as well. Here he was an amazing, you know, villain. I love this man. Like, he's just an amazing villain. And you know, Robert Downey Jr. was just incredible as Iron Man as ever. Tom Holland did an amazing job. I know that he did a lot of his stunts. It's just a movie you need to watch, guys, if you like you know, Marvel movies, and if you like Spider-Man, this is the movie that we were waiting for, and this is a movie that you should actually watch. One other movie that I really enjoyed was It, and this is really cool because, you know, when they transform something from a novel to the real, you know, actual movie, is actually really exciting, but at the same time really, you know, I get really nervous because sometimes they don't get the actual, you know, storyline right. And in this movie, it was just so great, like for people that are fans of, you know, horror, and for people that are fans of It. And it was just incredible, you know. It was incredible to see Bill Skarsgård, you know, transform into this creature that was just so scary and so awesome. And the storyline, the kids were amazing. Like, seriously, I'm so happy to see more of this character, to see it evolve. you know, in Hollywood, and to see, you know, the kids grow and to see their, you know, they're part of the story while they grow. So I do believe that this movie is so worth the watch. It's, you know, a movie that can get you scared, can get you laughing, can get you everything. So, you know, you guys just don't hesitate and just watch it. So, one of the movies that I really liked as well, and I cried on this movie, was Beauty and the Beast. I love the soundtrack. I actually have it on my Spotify saved because, you know, it gives me a lot of nostalgic, you know, feelings. I do remember the first time that I watched Beauty and the Beast when I was a little girl. I was actually afraid of the entrance, you know, the song, well, not the song, you know, the voice of the narrator about the story. And I do believe that the story itself is really, really good. I love the, you know, the special effects that they used, how Emma Watson was portraying Belle, although I didn't like her singing abilities, but, you know, oh, well, you can say skills, but, you know, I love her portrayal. You know, she did an amazing Belle. I love how they gave us a little, you know, not feedback, but, you know, I could say story of the mother of Belle, which was really interesting to me. They also, you know, gave us a magic aspect of, you know, of Be Our Guest, you know, the book that you open and it transports you to everywhere you want to go. Like, it was just an amazing thing. And I was really expecting something, you know, magical, and it really higher my expectations, so it was really, really cool. I do recommend that movie, you guys. So my last movie, it's actually a scary movie, and I think it's gonna be 6 best movies because, well, because why not? So basically my last movie, it's Annabelle. I was expecting so much more, you know, from the, you know, the last Annabelle, and I was just like really, really sad about what happened, you know, to that movie, because, you know, it's a really cool story. And when I saw this, you know, Annabelle creation story, I was just like, well, James Wan is, you know, here, and we're gonna have this great movie. And at the end, we had a great movie that I couldn't even watch. Like, I was just like this all the time. And that's what I want in a scary movie. I want to have that, you know, scary moments. I want to have that moments that you don't think that something's gonna happen and it happens, and it's just a great movie for you guys to have a great scare. I love the characters, the story itself is really well written, and the cinematography, you know, it was really, really plain. Like, it was in a cottage in a really, really cool landscape, and that's all. Like, that's all that they needed, and that's all that I wanted, and that was just so great. So I just can't wait for, you know, this saga to grow more, which is a Conjuring saga. So I'm a huge fan of that saga, so hopefully they will do more. And yeah, basically that's all, you guys. I hope you guys had an amazing 2017. I know it was a challenging year for a lot of us. A lot of things happened this year, and sadly we had, you know, this earthquake here in Mexico. It was a really, really intense year for us here, but we, well, all of Mexico, we were all, you know, helping each other, and that was just like the magical part of this year, how we can actually help people no matter where you are in the world. And, you know, a lot of things happen as well, and I can be thankful enough for this year to, you know, give me challenges and give me, you know, more followers and more people that watch me. It's just mind-blowing for me that I have 1,000 subscribers. Well, passing 1,000 subscribers is just wow for me, and I really hope you guys keep on watching my videos. It means so much to me, and hopefully you guys want, you know, if you want more, you know, specific things, you can always comment down below and I will check that out. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and well, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye and a happy new year!